Everyone sees the photos. That thick, gorgeous coat. Those wolf-like eyes. A dog that looks like it just stepped out of a nature documentary. And you think, yeah, I want one of those. But here's what the photos don't show you. The hole in your backyard the size of a small swimming pool, the fur coating every surface of your home, and a dog that will absolutely ignore you when it feels like it. Stick around, because what I'm about to share could save you a lot of surprises, or confirm you're exactly the kind of person who was born to own one of these dogs. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. They're freakishly strong. We all know Malamutes are big dogs, but knowing it and experiencing it are two very different things. These dogs were bred to haul hundreds of pounds of freight across frozen tundra, and that strength doesn't disappear just because they're now living in your suburban home. The first time your Malamute decides it wants to go left and you want to go right, you'll realize pretty quickly who's actually in charge of that walk. Leash training isn't optional with this breed, it's survival. Without consistent early obedience work, walking your Malamute can turn into a full-body workout you didn't sign up for. Start young, stay consistent, and invest in a quality harness. Number 9. Intelligence that works against you. People assume a smart dog is an easy dog to train. With Malamutes, that logic falls apart fast. Yes, they're highly intelligent, but they use that intelligence to figure out what they want, not what you want. They'll learn a command in 2 repetitions and then decide that following it is optional. They're not being stubborn out of spite. They're genuinely asking, "What's in it for me?" Positive reinforcement works well, but you have to keep finding new ways to stay interesting to them. The moment training feels boring or repetitive, a Malamute will mentally check out. They need a reason to listen, and it's your job to keep providing one. Number 8. Independence is their default setting. Malamutes were not bred to look to humans for direction the way a border collie or a golden retriever was. They were bred to make decisions on their own in harsh, unpredictable environments. That instinct is still very much alive. Don't be surprised if your Malamute ignores a command, wanders off mid-play, or simply stares at you like you've said something mildly interesting before trotting away. It's not personal. They're wired for autonomy. This is actually one of the things longtime owners grow to love about them. There's a respect between you and your dog that feels earned rather than automatic. But it takes patience to get there, and a lot of new owners aren't prepared for it. Number 7. The shedding is relentless. You've heard Malamutes shed. You think you're ready. You're not. Twice a year, they blow their coat. And during those periods, it looks like your dog is slowly dissolving in slow motion. Fur comes off in massive chunks. It floats through the air, lands in your coffee, and somehow ends up in rooms the dog has never been in. But here's what people don't tell you. Even outside of blowing season, the shedding never fully stops. It just goes from extreme to constant. A good de-shedding brush, a high-powered vacuum, and the ability to just laugh about it are all essential Malamute ownership tools. Embrace the fur. It's part of the deal. Number 6. They will dig. Not occasionally. Not when bored. Constantly, creatively, and with a level of commitment that is honestly impressive. Malamutes were built to dig dens in Arctic snow, and that instinct is hardwired in. Your backyard landscaping is not safe. Flower beds, lawn edges, underneath the fence, all fair game. Some owners solve this by creating a designated dig zone, a specific area where the dog is allowed and even encouraged to dig. It redirects the behavior without fighting nature. Others just accept that their backyard will look like a construction site. Either way, don't plant anything you love within reach of a Malamute with time on its paws. Number 5. They're loudly vocal. Malamutes don't bark much. What they do instead is somehow louder. They howl. They talk, producing this guttural, expressive woo-woo sound that can go on for several minutes if they have something to say. And they always have something to say. They'll sing along to music, argue back when you tell them no, and announce their opinions on your schedule at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. If you live in an apartment or have close neighbors, this is worth thinking seriously about. But if you have space and a sense of humor, the talking is one of the most entertaining parts of owning this breed. There's nothing quite like a Malamute that decides to share its full emotional range with the neighborhood. Number 4. Exercise needs are non-negotiable. A tired Malamute is a good Malamute. An under-exercised one will redecorate your home, and not in a way you'll appreciate. These are endurance athletes. A short walk around the block doesn't cut it. They need sustained activity. Long hikes, bike joring, backpacking, or at minimum, vigorous daily exercise sessions. During hot weather, you'll need to time those sessions carefully, as their thick coats make heat a real concern. The owners who thrive with Malamutes are typically the ones who already lead active lives and wanted a dog that could keep up. If you're more of a couch person by nature, this may not be the breed for you. And that's completely okay to admit. Number 3. Prey drive is real. That fluffy, friendly dog that loves your kids? It may also have a deeply ingrained instinct to chase, and sometimes catch, small animals. Malamutes have a high prey drive. Cats, rabbits, squirrels, and small dogs can all trigger it. This doesn't make them bad dogs. It makes them dogs with thousands of years of hunting instinct baked in. Many Malamutes live peacefully with cats they were raised alongside. Others never fully adapt. Introducing them carefully, early, and with consistent supervision is critical. Never assume that because your Malamute is friendly with people, it will automatically extend that friendliness to every animal it encounters. Number 2. Their loyalty runs deep. Here's the thing nobody talks about because it's harder to quantify than fur or digging. The bond you form with a Malamute is unlike most other breeds. They're not the type to just worship whoever feeds them. Their affection is selective, and that means when they choose you, it means something. Malamutes tend to form deep attachments to their families, quietly checking in, following you from room to room without being clingy about it, and showing up for you in the way that matters most when you're having a rough day. It's a different kind of loyalty than the exuberant, tail-wagging, constant affection of other breeds. It's steadier than that, and honestly, more meaningful. Number 1. They change how you live. Nobody prepares you for this one. Owning a Malamute doesn't just add a pet to your life, it reshapes it. Your schedule changes. Your vacations change. Your car fills with fur. Your house fills with gear. And your weekends start to revolve around where you can take the dog to burn off energy. And somewhere in the middle of all of that, you stop thinking of it as sacrifice. It becomes your life, and a good one. The people who own Malamutes long-term rarely go back to other breeds. Once you've lived with one, the stubbornness, the chaos, and the personality all start to feel like features rather than flaws. If you made it to the end of this list, and you're still excited about owning a Malamute, that's actually a really good sign. These dogs are not for everyone, and knowing that before you bring one home is the most responsible thing you can do. But if you've got the patience, the lifestyle, and the sense of humor to match, a Malamute will be one of the most rewarding relationships of your life. If this helped you, drop a comment below. I'd love to know whether you already own one or if you're still on the fence. Like the video if it was useful, and subscribe for more honest content about life with big opinionated dogs.